business. Advertise with Zimnet Radio. Email marketing@zimnetradio.com.
Thank you so much. Ndaita issue kuno panapa dzinenge dziri kuita zvimwe zviya zvisinei regai ndikuchingamidzei kumatuimana ese zvavaimika pachirongwa chedu cheDemans Corner. Nhasi unoyu musi wa12 July 2011. Zita rangu ndonzi DJ Sodza, mutara wehanga ndiri kuno kuHamberside muUnited Kingdom. Ndichiwimba kuti mune utano hwakanaka kumatuimana ose enyika muri yeZimbabwe. For some of you guys who have been listening all the way an hour back, mangamurutera kuna DJ Mas, my guest DJ for today, vangawara kutipa nhoroondo yawo from 1978 to 2018. Vachitipa history yakaitika in terms of our political history kuZimbabwe, kuti zvaimbofamba sei since then, wachisa nemusic mukati. So, kune vanga wakateerera, if you enjoyed the show, you can get in touch with me per WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number 0798 4455349. That's 0798 4455349. Get in touch with me, tell me what you liked it. Kana paine zvamafarira ipapo. If there's something chamusina kufarira, you can also tell me there, so that I can give feedback, so that you can come back again in the coming weeks. But right, pane dzinonguva kaengwa dzekuti tidiscuss zvinenge zviri kuitika matongerwo enyika kuZimbabwe uko. Tatarisana ne-general election coming up on the 30th of July. But you know, today I wanted to talk about the march which happened yesterday, MDC Alliance and Chamisa saying that he has got the power to stop these elections from happening. I just wonder what sort of power has he got to stop it. But anyhow, something has emerged today. Ku Bulawayo, they caught some police officers voting there. But how can you vote without the ballot paper? I don't know. Maybe is this political naivety that I've got? Maybe it happens. I don't know. You see, let me just read a message here. This is David Coulter who tweeted this. Kwanziko, the electoral process took a huge step backwards today when the ZRP were caught red-handed, forcing junior police officers to vote illegally. Although ZEC denied the allegation, calling it hogwash, video evidence has since emerged confirming this scandal. ZEC is now totally compromised and irredeemable. I don't know what you think, Zimbabwe, whether it is really true, because the Herald has chipped in now and say that this is just propaganda. There is someone who staged it there to try and destabilize the harmonized elections that are coming in a few weeks. But I don't know what people think about it. But before I do that, let me welcome the panel for today. Chief Sodza, welcome to the show.
Makadi DJ Sodza, Makadi Murie Zimbabwe, Makadi Vamwese vari pachirongwa. Tinofara.
Aiwa, tinofara chose kuva nemi pano pachirongwa Chief Sodza, as always, as ever. Tete Rosie, I was going to announce that you're not going to be with us today. You managed to soldier on.
Oh wow, I'm going to just listen mostly.
Okay, no, that's fine.
I'll be listening and working. I couldn't miss listening to you guys. I have to listen after what happened today.
Yes, that's fine. We will hope they've got answers of what happens in Bulawayo today. Thank you so much. Mark, how are you, Mark?
I think I'm going to say Zukuru Amajishe and DJ Sodza, you have to tell. My daughter wants to be a journalist, so you have to tell me what school you went to, because I really do admire your objectivity. I wanted to grow up to be just like you.
You see, you see, I'm humbled when I hear compliments like that. Here I was thinking I'm just an amateur guy who is just trying to kill off time here.
DJ, be careful, you're going to be recruited. Just kidding.
Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you so much, Mark, for being here with us. Right, Mkoma Wilbert, from Manchester. How are you? Mkoma Wilbert, are you there?
Wilbert was busy on a call.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Sally, how do you know what Wilbert is doing yet here in South Africa?
Because I was talking to Wilbert behind the scenes.
I see. Welcome to the show, Sally.
Thank you, DJ Sodza. Good evening, everybody. Wilbert, Elliot, Chief Soswe, Rosie, Mark, my Sekuru. Good evening, Zimbabweans, wherever you may be. I hope that if you're in Cape Town, that you're warm and safe.
All right,
and that you'll join us tonight.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sally, for that. Sekuru, maswera say.
Rokutamburira maswera sei vanhu vekuZimbabwe.
Aiwa, Sekuru tinofara chose kuwa nemi pano pachirongwa pati vazukuru venyu might want to know that we had a bet before the World Cup starts, and can you remind us your teams that you thought you were going to win?
Ini dzangu dzakabuda kare ndichagoriminda chi ingati dzangu kwasara dzako iwewe kuti dzinokane out.
Which one? I said Brazil. I said France and Belgium, isn't it?
Imwe yakabuda kakwasara France kakuti irowe neCroatia.
Oh, you think so? You think so, Sekuru?
That's right.
Yeah. Remember, France is full of my African brothers, so I'm backing them actually on Sunday.
This football is not about Africans or about Europeans or Americans or whatever. This is a round thing. It can roll in any direction, as England witnessed last night.
All right.
I wanted England to win. I wanted England and France to play each other for the World Cup because they hate each other so much. It would have been a fantastic game.
All right. Thank you so much, Sekuru.
Indaswera DJ Sodza makadi muri eZimbabwe kumatimana enyika kwese kumuri. Sally, as usual, Zukona Sekuru, Rosie, I hope, I said what, Rosie, Wakadi. Hey, Mkoma Mark, Nivamwese, kana ndisina kukudo maimazi, tabs, ndoku vengai.
Right. I know that I wanted for us to dwell on something else today, but we can't get away from this. This is breaking news, isn't it? That videos have emerged, police officers being forced to vote there in the in the presence of their seniors there. How do you think this is real? This is real, or it's kind of propaganda that the Herald is reporting tonight?
No, that's very real. What happened early in the morning? Problem ED is not as intelligent as people want to believe. He's one of the dullest person.
I take objection to that. That's propaganda. We are in the evidence.
Hang on. DJ Sodza.
Okay, right, Mark, can you just hold on? I'll come to you in a minute. Can you tell me what you think has happened on the ground, whether it is propaganda or it is real, and give us your facts of the reality of it?
That's exactly what I'm trying, that I'm putting across.
Okay.
Early in the morning, we received a tip-off. Problem is no longer the ZANU-PF that we knew before 2013. izano iri kuimploda. And what they don't know is kuti every institution muzano mugovernment ine munhu akaiswa naMugabe. Mugabe is not happy. Those people, they still have remnants of Robert Mugabe. In every institution, mune vanhu vari kusupporta MDC alliance. So for the first time, no one first-hand information. So we got that information. But tatom vanhu vari kutonzi muqueue votai. And those people, the people actually, they were trying to, because vanenge vari masuperiors avo saka vagone kuramba. All they can do is to try to delay at the end of the queue and try now with the social media, try to alert. And true to the effect. Ndofunga vamweni maona manengi the video, maybe not. But MDC Alliance yaenda at the spot ikaona sure mapurisa vanga vari muqueue. Right? Vari muqueue kudaro, then these people challenge them. Kuti mi munozeta muqueue kuti openly they said they were there to vote because vacha deploywa. Right? The next thing is muna go voter say even in the health zeki ataura kuti ma ballot papers they are now going to be printed. Vapedza ye presidential ballots. But yema MPs yakunoitwa printed. But they will convene with the what we call the multi-party liaison committee. Right? Kutaku printer and who is going to print this and the modalities and process. Imimi makuto voter. And Ipapo Zeki was alerted to say, ko imi muruta rota mtano print mavo. Zeki said to the MDC Alliance that as far as they are concerned, there are no ballot papers out there and nobody is voting. They disowned them. And the police, they refused to comment where they got the ballot papers, how they are voting. Pasati Paitwa announced that roadmap and the ballot papers are there. So that is factual. And ZEC now is caught with his pens down. ZANU-PF, they are caught with their pens down. We are not surprised because apparently for it doesn't work this time around. And that is a fact.
Right. Vapeve, I've got some information that I've just received here. I need to read this statement for you guys out there. Take what you want from it. It's saying this is an official letter from Makadza E, Senior Assistant Commissioner, ZRP. This is a ZRP statement, press statement that they've published. The Zimbabwe Republic Police wishes to set the record straight and allay fears of vote rigging by police officers as claimed in some social media messages which are circulating. The correct position is that some police officers will be performing security duties in their provinces which are not their normal work stations. Thus, in terms of Section 72 of the Electoral Act, the concerned police officers who exercise their right to vote through the postal ballot system, which is being administered by the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, ZEC. Some provinces like Bulawayo have access manpower which is due for deployment in Matabeleland North Province, thus necessitating the postal vote for the affected members. In fact, the total number of police officers which applied for the postal ballot does not go beyond 4,000. The rest of police officers who actually cast their ballot on the 30th of July is earlier reviewed by ZRP Command and ZEC in numerous meetings and workshop briefings. The whole process is conducted according to Section 75 of Electoral Act, Chapter 213. Thus,
right.
The press statement. Yeah.
Can I add and respond to that?
Yeah.
Now, section 25, this is not new. Even in 2013, what it says in the deploy polling stations away from their constituents. Normally they are given a week before, and this is not new. So I took a foot in 2018, a week before. The polling stations, they are published, right? For those who are going to be deployed, they are actually published. The polling stations are manned just like any other polling stations. The public. Polling agents, political parties, right? It's not a secret. As it will come, right? Prior to 2013, right? That was banned long back. Was replaced on section 75 in that my polling stations are not announced. The same polling stations, my police are not right? A week before, and then my polling agents will be there. I was the polling agent in 2013, right? For Morgan Sangrai. For EOM police, you have to put on a name. Where's the post call? I was there, right? And this was not only in Bindura, that's according to section 75. So what you are saying is, how come this time around, section 75, how come this time around, police station, right? How come this time around, those polling stations have not been announced? How come this time around, these people, why? If it was as transparent in section 75, why is it ZEC refusing? ZEC would at least we are not involved. We don't even know that they are voting because my ballot papers are pana.
Right. Can you see? But can you tell me, can you vote without a ballot paper?
No, you can't.
Okay. Thank you so much.
This is why we had information, and I think information is in the public domain. Could pane 2 different batches of ballots. They were ballots. People maka dismiss as South Africa. People dismissed that. There are ballot papers who were printed long back. Nothing to do now until we show you up. So you cannot vote without a ballot paper. These people want a ballot paper batch. It's sitting in the circulation, which we don't know. And this is the ranking mechanism that we have been challenging. We have got the information, and this is why even demonstration here in Zuru, that's in line with that, because we have the information.
All right. Thank you so much, Pepe. Come on, Mark.
Yeah.
Yes. Can I come to you? What do you make of all these shenanigans we are seeing here? Is this hogwash?
Well, the thing, it's very difficult for somebody like me who is thousands of miles away to say there is fact or it's not factual. What I would encourage people to do, don't come up with something that looks like conspiracy planning without any solid evidence. Indeed, if there is any irregularities like this, let's not talk, because talking about it from a conspiracy level doesn't help. You cannot prove it, or you cannot disapprove it. But if there is solid, and again, I understand that sometimes it's very difficult to come up with solid evidence. I'll just cite one thing, that the freedom of speech that ED has put in the country. I was very much against some of the things, because I said, people are now used to too much freedom of speech and they are coming up with all types of conspiracy theories. But what it's doing, though, it's also allowing us to see some really stupid people do stupid things. For example, there was a person who called himself a medical doctor who was parading at ZEC and making all kinds of claims, and even including that, oh, I'm a real doctor. I'm not like a PhD who reads and then they call them. I said, what kind of school did this idiot go to? So we are seeing a lot of mixed stupidity and real issues that we should have. Inina, I don't want ZANU to win based on past suspicion and past irregularities. And if Pembe has got real evidence that can stand up to scrutiny and to court, I'll pay my own money for him to go to Zimbabwe and present his case. Because it's Ranyanya. You know,
Mark, you're saying that you don't want ZANU PF to win, but I thought you were a ZANU PF supporter yourself.
No, I say I don't want them to win under suspicion that they rigged the election.
Okay.
I want my own polling right now shows that MDC Alliance is behind the 8 ball. There's no need for ZANU PF to rig anything, but we want the elections to be fair. And I want people to say, when they lose, we have lost fairly. And if ZANU win, I want MDC to say, Wakomana, Tamboiza, Batitaruza. But this type of charade that is going on now, it's really an embarrassment. If you know something, show it, say something, not just Kungoita Makua, because I don't know. I mean,
so, okay, Mark, have you seen the video that is circulating?
I saw the same video in 2013 as well, where police were lined up and the officer in charge was supposedly...
Yeah, but you see, I think... hold on. You're talking to someone who doesn't really follow politics, who doesn't know politics here. And I'm talking on behalf of the listeners out there as well. Now, ZEC has come out and said that they haven't given any ballot paper out. How could these people be voting? Could that be possible?
Well, you cannot conclude from a video and a line of policemen pretending they are voting.
Yeah.
Even if they are 20 or 30, that it is actually people voting. I mean, you have to come up with solid evidence. Come up with that ballot box that was voted at that police station and say, this is it. Here, it's now a case.
So right? We can only conclude that without solid evidence that you are telling us, this could have been just a group of people that have just been gathered for propaganda purposes.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Okay.
DJ Sodza, can I just, sorry for intervening, but I just wanted to share with Mukoma Mark, look, mine is not a conspiracy. I am an official spokesperson of the party. Information that I say is actually facts coming on the ground, given to me to propagate officially. So I'm not a conspiracy person. I just wanted to make it very clear there. And, and for your information, I'm also going to Zimbabwe. So if you want, I actually will be joining Chirongwa Chinichindiriku Zimbabwe. Right?
Okay.
Yes.
You have an accent just like mine, so we probably come from the same village. So let me offer you this.
Yeah.
I will give you any kind of monetary or help or legal help or international view that I'm possible to provide you with to prove that this election, that video was factual. Because if it was, then we have a big problem. Then democracy is not arrived in Zimbabwe.
I heard you saying you've seen this before. I think you didn't see the right video. There were 2 videos, right? There was one video, right, that the police were challenged. The date is 30 July, right? And there's never been any 30 July other than this 30 July. And you are here, you are voting. ZEC is saying we are going to agree on the printing of the ballot paper. And here you are in the queue. And then the police, the person in charge, you are talking to the wrong people. This is not a yesterday. This is not the previous video. We are talking about every discussion there was valid. Every discussion there was MDC Alliance. Every discussion was 30 July, right? So this is a current one. For your information, I don't even need your money. Our people are on the ground as much as those. For your information, this information that we are talking about. Information was actually the facts on the ground were taken by MDC Alliance, having been tipped by the very people who were voting.
It's not a matter of you needing my money. It's not about money. It's about validity. It's about you having a very unbiased group of people looking into the issue. Because if you just say to me, oh, there is a video, the police were asked, there are ways of validating the truthfulness of a video. And there are ways, there was a video circulating where Changirai was plotting to kill Mugabe and he was approached by FBI people. We know it was hogwash, but a lot of people believe that video. So I don't believe in videos at all because it was Masaramu say by scope.
Okay.
So it's not about the money.
Okay.
I'll give you the evidence. I'll give DJ Sodza all the evidence of today and in the coming weeks, and then DJ Sodza you can forward them to him.
Yeah, I've got Mark's WhatsApp. I can do that. No problem.
Yeah, and DJ, just to help Mr. Pebe out, I can also forward information from all the reporters and some officials who were on the ground.
Right there in Bulawayo.
Evidence. Yatosvika kare ku State Department kuno.
Right.
Saka zvese zvautaura kuna evidence hakuna kana.
Zimbabwe is not part
what does that
of
have to
United
do with
States
you?
of America.
Hanti
We don't
hakuna
care about
evidence. It's just we're just sending all the evidence everywhere. What is your problem? What is your problem? That we're sending information. I will send information out to everybody.
By the National Endowment of Democracy, and we know who that is.
Okay.
You're reaching, going everywhere.
Please, guys.
Going everywhere.
Okay, hold on.
What is his problem? You say he wanted evidence. Saka Ilan sitting getting the evidence. Real minute. All day I was getting the evidence and I was sending it. I have people who can confirm. I have people with videos. I have people who are observing. Saka, it's being sent everywhere.
Okay, fine,
Saka, you want evidence? I will send you DJ Sodza. So DJ Sodza, I will send you the evidence. And you can send it to him. And even I will send it to everybody. Everybody.
Okay.
Sodza.
All right. I'm sorry. Teterosi. Batai Makadaro. So, Mark, would you like some evidence?
Yes, I would like some evidence. And evidence to me, it must be printed and written and certified with the source and date of occurrence and maybe 2 or 3 real actors that I can talk to, real people.
Right. Okay. That's fine. We'll organize.
DJ.
We'll organize that. Mkoma Wilbert, you want to chip in?
Yeah, just wanted to ask Mark something there.
Yeah.
Mark, you sound like you are saying Kutizano PF would never rig the elections.
I never said something like that.
That's what you're suggesting,
No. What I am suggesting should not be on my or your suspicion that ZANU is rigging. If they are rigging, let's take it out. Let's show it out. I'm not saying that.
Okay, let me. Can I just finish?
Yeah.
I find you may not be saying it yourself, but I find it very difficult with some people who seem to believe ZANU PF would not rig the elections. The same party 8 months ago conducted a coup. A coup is much worse than rigging the elections. Let's be honest about that. So in this particular case, to say the rigging would be out of the question, to me sounds like you're not being realistic. So I think that point has got to be made. Some people here have been denying ZANU PF has been rigging elections all along. And this one here, this rigging of these elections is something that personally I would say it's something we can expect. Because for instance, for a start, which is one thing that I've been saying also even on this program, you cannot verify anything when you don't have a clean voters roll, a verified voters roll. So the voters roll itself is murky. You know, you don't know who is in it, who is out of it. You don't know who has voted, how many times they've voted. So you cannot prove anything, and that is one of the reasons why they deliberately made it so. You will not know anything, because if you're going to ask for concrete evidence that somebody voted 3 times, when you don't have a voter's roll, that is very difficult.
Now, if all those things you are saying are true, I do agree with you, but the only problem I have is they are not true. It's not true.
But it's all true, though. Even the paper yesterday, DJ Sodza, let me say something. The papers, there was independent, verifiable agencies that say there were 250,000 people on the voter roll who were ghost voters. The evidence is there. They say that they were streaming fake polling stations. That we were told, oh, it's crazy. That are not even real. That are there. It's like, what evidence? I mean, does someone have to scream it from the rooftops for people to believe that there's something nefarious going on? Or some people are just never going to believe it, or they know it's true, but they would rather lie that it's not true because they support a specific party.
Sissy Rosie,
ZANU-PF has been rigging since the 2000s. That is evident.
Okay.
You know, it's obvious.
Okay, Sissy Rosie, but
ZANU-PF, no one wants that party anymore.
Sissy Rosie,
okay.
if you scream at a mountain to move, it's not gonna move. Okay, so hear me out. I hear everything you are saying. I understand the fears. I also.
No, I'm not afraid. I have evidence. I have evidence, Mark. You cannot change the fact. We have evidence. We've been tracking your video for a long time.
Rosie, please.
You're wasting your time.
Rosie, let's have.
Convince me of lies.
Okay, let's have a discussion, Rosie.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that what might look like evidence. I mean, I have evidence that Sister Rosie has a car that can drive up to 140 miles per hour or 140 kilometers. But if I tell a policeman, I say, her car can drive 140 kilometers per hour, so give her a ticket for speeding. Is that fair? I mean, they have to take you.
Okay, when you make an analogy, Mark, make one that actually goes with what you're saying. This is not guessing. This is not a car. This is factual. We've been tracking your reading for a long time. This is not me thinking. This is me telling you there are facts, verifiable facts from the voters.
They are facts to you,
they are
but
verifiable.
They are empty to me.
Verifiable. We're not guessing. We're not guessing here. This is verifiable facts.
Can I just ask one last question to Michael?
When you compare apples, compare them to apples.
No, Mama,
Okay, please hold on.
Don't try and turn us into paranoid people. It's like you have the crazy husband who beats up his wife and says, well, Anonyefa, she's crazy. No.
Right, Rosie, please.
We're not crazy.
Please, Rosie. Please.
To turn us into crazy people.
Excuse me. Please hold on. Mark, can you just hold on a second? Seguru.
Yebo mzukuru.
Seguru, chimboti muforo bijana. Take us back to what we are talking about. Have you seen the videos? Have you seen the videos that turn up today?
Yeah, I have seen them.
You have seen them. I mean, who do you believe, Sekuru? We are hearing from Herald and from other people saying that this is hogwash, and some are saying that this is just propaganda of some opposition parties just want to show the world that there is vote rigging in Zimbabwe. And some are saying that give us evidence that cannot be shown as evidence. Where do you stand, Sekuru, with this video?
I stand on the law regarding the elections.
Yeah.
The law says that you can distribute ballot papers at least 14 days before the election, to be received before, at least 14 days before the election, or on the election date.
Right.
For postal, for those people who will not be in their stations, in their polling stations, on official duty.
Okay. Sekuru, musati maendelea kure murikuti 14 days before. So this is not 14 days before, is it?
No, to be received.
To be received. Right.
Within 14 days or on election day.
So in real terms, Sekuru, we are saying kuti, at least the 16th of July, the ballot papers could be down in Bulawayo.
Yes.
But we are not, it's not the 16th of July yet, so there's a break of law here. If these people have been voting.
No, I think you are missing the point.
Okay.
I said to be received within 14 days.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I get you.
Yeah, sorry, pani muchicha mtangoita zvachaita pana.
Technology yakukunda Sekuru.
Zvatoipa zvezvinhu chacho chiri kutondinetsa chaizvo yandichidzime.
Yeah, kutodzima ndokuri nani Sekuru. We want to hear what you got to say, Sekuru. It's very interesting. Let's go nenyaya dzelaw.
The law says postal ballots can be dispatched to those people who apply for them, and they can be returned within 14 days or on election date.
Okay. Yes, we get you clearly there.
So all this hula-baloo about election, there being no voters, no ballot papers or something like that, I don't believe in that nonsense. Mm-hmm. The ballot papers are already there. They've already been distributed. They are the people who applied for postal ballots. They've already received their postal ballots and are actually voting. Some of them are voting in front of their senior officers. Others are voting in secrecy in their houses, like in embassies and something.
Sekuru, but Mukoma Mark.
Yeah, I'm here.
Right, there's noise coming there. Is there any television or anything, any sort of noise happening there?
No, it's not me. That's for sure. It's quiet as a baby's sleeping here.
Babangu Chirandi.
Yeah.
My sister.
I can shut off my phone and come back and tell me whether the noise disappeared when I shut off my phone.
What happens, Mark, is my system here, I've got a big screen, and it shows me if there is any kind of noise, that person on the panel, it shows me, it flashes to say there's noise coming from there. So it's indicating your way. I don't know.
Maybe I'm being monitored by Sister Rosie's people because I head to the National Endowment for Democracy.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, we'll see.
So, let me turn my phone off anyway, and I'll come back.
Okay, thank you so much. Sekuru, go ahead, please.
So this nonsense, you put my ballot paper, hakuna one ballot paper so far, is nonsense. I don't qualified to talk like that. Because those people who applied for ballot papers have already received them.
Now, Sekuru, yes, Sekuru Tripano, it's Mark who has been making noise. I just don't know. When someone says Kuti Kwandiri hakuna noise, and I can hear it, and I'm sure my listeners, you can hear this squeaky. It's now gone. But anyhow, Sekuru, now, why would ZEC come out and say there is no ballot paper that have been printed yet? In the yesterday, telling me that the ballot has already been printed? Who is telling me the truth, yourself or Zach?
But I don't know who in his case said that, because in his statement, from Zek, the person who one of the spokesmen now Moyo is actually acknowledged that they have dispatched over 7,000 ballot papers.
Okay. Now,
yeah.
What is your party's position on this? Are ballot papers printed yet?
No. What they did is they started with the presidential ballot papers. We are still challenging them in the sense you're good to, unlike the agreement and committee, whereby there was going to be inspection in local as they are being printed. That was not extended. Although we were invited, elite printers, people were just allowed to be 10 meters away from the printing machine, and we are challenging that. And that was only for the presidential ballot papers, by the way. And then in the others, so in terms of my ballot papers, my councillors and my MPs, those were yet to be printed, and I think Zek made it very clear as well. Even Herald of today, Herald and us, it is very clear. Zek did communicate in that regard.
Kwibani Moyo spokesman win the Zek, I don't know what we have dispatched the 7,000.
What I know is Zek said could 7,000, about 7,000 people have applied.
They said they've dispatched them.
Right.
That is the conflict of that there is a confliction there. If somebody within Zek Aruta to dispatch the 7,000, right? Rita Makarao, Patricia Priscilla Chigumba, Aruta Oraoye Gutichi. We are now going into the second phase of printing Yema MPs, Yema councillors. We have finished. Right, and that is on even Herald last is there, and the communication to the multi-party liaison committee is that those papers, ballot papers, have not yet been printed, because it's not supposed to be secret. The multi-party liaison committee, yema political parties are contest. Nezek, what a briefer. But now this process it appears that I opened up this process. It's not supposed to be a secret. Post of voters. It's not supposed to be a secret.
Okay, right. So Sekuru, to be clear, ballot papers have been printed and they've been distributed, and you think there is nothing that fishy has happened here according to law?
No. I in terms of the distribution of the ballot papers and their printing, as far as the law is concerned, nothing that has happened is untoward.
Okay.
As far as the political initiative is concerned, there are disputes within the political liaison committee and the ZEC, which is a public relations arm of ZEC, which wants to get political parties on its side. It's not even an institution that is a legal institution in terms of the Electoral Act.
Right, okay.
That multi-party liaison committee is not a recognizable institution in the Electoral Act. But I am not saying it's not existent. It is existent because they've been engaging each other through that forum. But it's a public relations forum.
Fine. Sekuru, let me just read Mukoma Benford is saying that Warubasa, and it's very interesting what we are discussing about. He would have loved to be here, but unfortunately he's at work and he cannot be with us. But Barundi my messages pana Kwanzi Tete Rosi Wari Vanoriwanza. Do you take beer, Teteros? Yeah, that's not good. Yeah. Now, Zikunza Sekuru is slowly gaining my respect. He is sticking to the facts. Postal ballots need to be received on time so that they are distributed to the polling stations, so that they are counted with the rest of the votes. There has not been an official communication from ZEC to the contrary. DJ Sodza, what Herald is referring to is the same Herald ZEC Commissioner Dr. Kubani Moyo told the Herald that all was set for the polls. Right. Dimkoma Benford.
But also, DJ Sodza, there's a good, interesting fact there. People are referring to a postal ballot. Postal ballot aitik in Zimbabwe. Postal ballot in Aitika could never be posted outside the country. People are mixing those two. Special, according to section 75, special voting, they were posted as either for security reasons or presiding officers, right? Avaitayani mapostal vanatoita in a polling station yavo a week before inotogazetwa. So that's, I can see with department terminology issues there. Ballot postal, only people who are outside the country, not people who are inside the country.
I don't think you are correct, Mr.
No, I am. I know what I'm talking about. And this is not new. I'm just kutanga nasi ka seguru. Nyaya is kutanga nasi. We had the same situation in 2013. And it got a special polling station for Vavachitu were deployed earlier. Right? Those Mapurisa, Mangwacha Angariba civil servants, right? Polling station here, polling agents of all polling part of political parties in that constituency. Only very outside the country.
Okay. Batai Makadaro. Right. Chief Sose.
DJ.
I want to campaign as my postal voters. For me, I've got my own controversy on that. But Imimi, my video, and I saw you posting it per social media as well. Do you believe in them? Kanaguti, you are skeptical. Sanam Kumamako Arguti, don't just get involved with things that has got no facts in it. Aikona ikungotaura zvinhu zvangoitika tuwanhu tuiri twamira apo kuti twakuvhota mavhidhiyo akutorwa and you are jumping on bandwagon that hogwash. Where do you stand on this?
DJ, inini, I'm very dedicated to the struggle. That so much that I spend half my time talking to the people in Zimbabwe than the people here.
Right.
I went out a little bit because I was trying to get someone who was there, Sepiso. Those who have been following my tweets and social media. She is an MDC activist. She was one of the first people to be there, to be at that police station. And I was talking to her today. So I wanted to bring her to this program so that she would have spoken what she saw, should have told us how everything happened, because she was there at the police station. She was given the tip-off, she received the tip-off, and she reacted immediately, called in other activists, and they stormed the police station. And I can still bring her here. She's a very good friend of mine. And she's there, she was there. And I can promise you that.
We are always happy to have her here. But from what she has told you, can you disseminate to us what she has told you?
Everything that has been said is true. I mean, the police are doing what they are supposed to be doing.
there is nothing wrong with what the commissioner said on section 72, that the police must vote, before being deployed. There's nothing wrong with that. What was wrong is they voted in a containment, which they are not supposed to do. According to the law, they are supposed to go and vote at the next polling station, the closest polling station in Bulawayo. And I think it's City Hall. They were all supposed to go and vote at the City Hall. And there they were supposed to have polling agents. There they were supposed to be ZEC officials. But unfortunately, according to the tip-off, there was no ZEC official, there were no party people, there were no polling agents, and these people were voting in front of police officers, their bosses. And one of them just sent a text message. And then another piece and these other businessmen in Bulawayo just went there together with other activists. And these people may want to deny this, but it's happening, And I don't even know why Baba Wangu, Dr. Shatonda, was trying to deny all this, because the commissioner himself of the police, one of the commissioners, agreed that it was happening. And Kerrit was on Studio 7 admitting that the police were voting. But of course, that was contradicted by ZEC, which said it has nothing to do with that, and it doesn't know anything about that. So just those contrasting statements throw our election process into shame, because the police, you read the statement, the police are agreeing that the police officers in Bulawayo were voting, and Kerrit also went on record on Studio 7, and he was agreeing. So so the question here should not even be, did that happen or not? Because the police were caught out, and they cannot deny it, because they were there on video. That's the beauty of
Chief Sodza. Now, can I just ask an innocent question here?
Yes.
Imosha here kuti mapurisa aya avote. Did they have to tell you kuti mapurisa Bulawayo nhasi ari kuvota?
Yeah, that's why I said, according to section 72, these police officers have a right to vote, and what the police officers were doing, what the police service was doing was not wrong. What was wrong was that they were voting in a containment, which is against the law. They are supposed to be voting in the nearest or at the nearest polling station where there are polling agents, where there are
ZEC representatives.
All these important people were not there. They were not present. So that is what is wrong. Them voting, the police voting, whether they call it a postal voting or special vote, it doesn't matter. What matters is, were they following the law when they were doing that? They were clearly not. So that's the point that I was trying to make. That this is the beauty of the period we are living in right now. I know yes, to a certain extent, but he has been overtaken by time. Mugabe, when he was cheating without social media. Now we have social media. People can express themselves. They can catch everything that is happening. Kuroha wakaita vanhu nemasoja kungirikini kubhindura kuya dai kusina kumboonekwa dai ZANU yakangotaura zvayakataura kuti vanhu vanga chinomhanyira kuona chikopokopo chaMnangagwa. We would never have known that happened, but it was there for everyone to see. So that's the beauty of social media. And the second thing, the other important point is, which is making it difficult for Mnangagwa to rig, is what happened last year when they took over, when they had their coup. People came out, anzi ukarera imbwa nemukaka mangwara inofumo yokuruma. Ndo zvakaitika izvozvo. Vana veZimbabwe vakazviona kuti vane masimba, they have power. Vanhu veZANU vaifungidzira kuti vanhu vaya vanga vavinga ivo. They did not come for them, and they did not come because of ZANU-PF. They had come because they realized at that moment that they have power. And that's the power that they are exercising right now. You saw the the demonstration yesterday, it just shows what is happening, right? The momentum that is there. So all those things are going to make it very difficult for Mnangagwa to rig this election. And I want to continue saluting the people of Zimbabwe for what they are doing, because that's exactly what we must continue to do. Because honestly, DJ, that time when there were about 90,000 people in the streets demonstrating against ZEC, against ZANU-PF in a way, because ZEC is ZANU-PF, ZANU-PF is ZEC. And then ZANU-PF still had the courage to go on with something like that. Are they not taking the people of Zimbabwe for granted? Are they not? Are they even listening to what the opposition is saying? Clearly not. You know, it's a clear subversion of the people's will. It's the arrogance that is being displayed by Chugumba, that we are also seeing here being displayed by ZANU-PF. That the ballot paper is still in contestation. People are fighting about it. The ballot, the voters' roll is still in contestation, but they go ahead and get some votes, you know, to go on. It's not right. They are subversing the people's will, and they are going to pay heavily for this. And the people of Zimbabwe must continue to do this.
Chief Sose,
if we let them, yes.
There's a video with a white guy there, which seems to me like he was an EU observer. Video. Could this have been
called the observers?
Sorry?
So tomorrow you're getting a statement from the observers.
Oh, okay. So did they just happen to be there, or they were actually asked to come there?
They were called.
They were called.
Yes. Oh. You know, there's the beauty about this. That's why I talked about social media, the impact of social media. There is an app that was developed by one lady. I think she came from the UK. That if you see something, and if you have that app, if you take a picture where a house is being burnt or people are being beaten up, or where you suspect there's fraud, the electoral fraud taking place, it will record what is happening, the time and the place, and the picture and the information will go everywhere. It will even go to the to the observers as well. So the information just spread like a veiled fire in Bulawayo, and they came.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Chief Sose. Without a break, but Sari, I know that you are having problems there with trying to gather all the information that was happening. Did you manage to gather anything?
You know, I laugh like mad. Everybody is so shocked. Titch told us about this before the 2013 elections. I can remember it so vividly. He said, and he was talking, him and Sekuru were having their Titch Sekuru business, okay? And he turned around and he said, I am going to unofficially give MDC some advice. And he told us about this, okay? How the postal votes and the other votes are used in the ZANU-PF rigging wheel, okay? You are expecting something new out of old shoes. The head of the chicken might have changed, but the rest of the chicken is still the same. It's still a headless chicken. I mean, it blows my mind how people get so upset and so worked up about something that's been going on for 30-something years by ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF is still in power, so they expect it now because Mnangagwa's there that things are going to be different. Come on, people, wake up. It's never going to change until somebody, not just somebody, a whole lot of people challenge it in court. I have a problem, and I've had a problem for years with it. It's all verbal accusation. Yes, maybe one or two people have taken it to court or whatever, okay. It's not something that's been done en masse, publicly. I mean, very, very, very publicly. Okay? Because everything is hearsay. Even that one video that I saw, the first thing that hit my mind was there's a policeman standing there in full police uniform, and there's a guy right next to him, video everything. Now, that to me doesn't work out with Zimbabwe police and a guy I can't even say the word, the stuff, okay, recording the stuff. I don't know. My mind works like that, okay? We know in our heart of hearts that ZANU-PF has been rigging for years and years and years and years. Years, okay? We need to stop them. We are not going to stop them through hearsay and stories. We are going to stop them by lots and lots of people taking this thing to court and making it a big legal story. You can't depend on SADC. You can't depend on AU. You can't depend on EU. No! This is something we have to sort out in the country. Nobody can sort it out for us. I'm tired of hearsay. I'm tired of stories. I want to see this go before court in a big, big way. That's what I want to see. And that's the only way you're going to stop ZANU-PF. Any other way is a joke. It's been a joke for 30-something years. We have the same complaints, we have the same stories, we have the same hoo-has, we have the same performances. It goes on every time. Please, people, please. You didn't want to hold Mnangagwa's feet over the fire right from the beginning when he took power about getting the reforms and everything put in. That was all left. Oh, maybe it'll, okay? Now we've ended up with this and everybody's shocked again. It's a laughing matter to me. It's a laughing matter because it's been going on for years. This is nothing new. And I don't expect anything new from Mnangagwa. The only thing that has kind of made me stumble a bit is the lack of real, untold violence that Mugabe used to unleash. And that bothers me. Because is he holding off for the day of election? Is he what? It bothers me because Mnangagwa, I don't care if he stood in front of me and he said, prick me with a knife and see me bleed, I'm alive. I would turn around and I would get every legal thing that I could find to prove that he was alive. Because I don't believe any words he says. If his lips are moving, he's lying. Finished. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's...
Well, I was going to respond, but that's just an outrage. That's ridiculous.
This is what frustrates me with Zimbabweans. We act all shocked with something that's been going on for years and years and years.
Oh my God.
He has taken this thing and made a proper, stand hard, undebatable, legal thing about it. When people had a chance to get things done, no, everybody sat there. You know, I've given up. I seriously have. I have given up.
Okay.
Because we listen to the same stories every single time. And I'm tired of it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Sally, you've said something there that Mark thinks is outrageous. Sally, what outrageous what do you say it's outrageous that Sally said?
Well, when I hear somebody take what we call politics, which is a disagreement of how a country should run, and make it them versus us. There are people in ZANU like me. I want to see a fair election, and I agree with her. If there is an impropriety, it should be taken to court, not just by MDC, by everybody, even some people in ZANU, like I said before, who want to see for the beginning of a credible. We might not get it right this year, but let's make sure that we do get it right. But this divisive, vitriol type of statement. Listen, let me tell you the truth. Zimbabwe will never be under white people again. Ever.
I never said them. I never said them and us. Okay? I belong
That's not politics. That's vitriol. That's hatred.
No, there's no hatred.
Hang on a minute. Sally, when you say, Mark, are you trying to say white or black here?
Yes, thank you.
No. That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
No.
Them versus us.
Right. Okay, hold on, Mark. Sally, when you say them and us, what did you mean then?
What them and us? Where did I say them and us?
I didn't hear it. That's what I'm wondering. Mark, where did that come from?
And Mark, tell me something. Tell me something.
She said when I say people, meaning anyone who supports ZANU is not a good person. That's
okay. All right. So go on and laugh, because that's the difficulty of international politics. Some people want Africa with no Africans in them. It's not gonna happen.
Oh my God.
Get rid of Mnangagwa, somebody who understands.
I know you guys.
Malema will take over the country. It's our country.
Right.
Can I ask a question?
Expressed by contributors during radio call-in shows are solely those of the individual callers and do not reflect the opinions of Zimnet Radio, DJs, presenters, managers or administration. Listeners are encouraged and advised to seek
All right. Okay. Zvaznita Zimbabwe Panavaga. As always, we do say kuti. Some of these discussions they sometimes go overboard. I don't know. I think Mkoma Mark decided to excuse himself there and go. I must say, I think it's just. I think he's back now. Mkoma Mark.
DJ, can I just say
hold on, guys. I just want to say something. Mkoma Mark, can you hear me? Hello, Mark, can you hear me? Right. I think he's got problem with his line there. You see, the thing is, really, we don't want to get out of hand here because we want to have an amicable debate. I think what has happened there's a misunderstanding. That Sally, when he's, I don't know, she didn't say them or us or something. Maybe Mark just didn't want the fact that Sally said ZANU-PF are them and we are us. No. Sally is not an evident MDC supporter. I just wanted to explain to him that, look, this is out of hand. Yes.
You need to understand the behavior ya Mark exactly zvatisvitsa patiri since 1980. Yokuti vakaona kuti Mark wakona nemashoko with facts, they retract into a
liberation. Yeah.
And it's always been
a match shaking syndrome.
I don't even understand where the black on white thing came from. I'm so confused.
You see, I was trying to concentrate with what people are writing here, and I missed it. That's why I just want to clarify that. Let me try to get him back. Let me try to get him back, guys. Hold on.
He never said that. Mark is actually living a very archaic ZANU-PF system.
Okay, hold on, Mapepe. Mukoma Mark.
Yes.
Right, you can hear me now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Sister Rose's anger broke my phone.
No. Hold on. I just want to have a conversation, you and myself. Now let me tell you something. I have worked with Sally here. I don't know how many years. I think it's coming to 7.
This not personal, but
to 7 years. No, but I just want to tell you that, forget about Sally supports ZANU-PF or MDC or anything of that. She is not. And I don't know where.
That's why I agree with her about the court thing. But when you start using divisive language,
what divisive language was used?
When she said they have been doing this for 38 years.
Right.
And it's them versus us.
Right.
I mean, there's language
I didn't say that, Mark.
There. There's language that has been used there and I agree with her about taking things to court. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
No. Hang on, guys. Listen.
Hold on. Just FYI, I used the same exact words Sally used. I said they've been doing this for years.
Yes.
And I'm like,
what did upset you?
And
I apologize, Mark. I should have said ZANU-PF. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should have said ZANU-PF.
No problem calling ZANU-PF out.
No. Actually, let's say that there are certain key words that may raise people's emotions, including mine. Maybe all of us should have.
I apologize. I apologize.
The problem that you have caused here is that you are no longer discussing the subject matter. You are now discussing them and us. Now, it doesn't get us anywhere. The issue here is about a video which has been circulated showing that police officers were voting, and their voting is in question. Whether it should have happened now or not, whether it is.
Let's just get ourselves back on track. Dr. Chatonda, because there are two things.
Chief Social, let me add one thing. My politics is today I'm supporting ED, but on the election day, if I'm in Zimbabwe voting, if he does something stupid, I will vote for Chamis. I'm not a religious ZANU or MDC. I'm a human being who changes with what I see, what I know. So I just want people to understand that. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, Sekuru, I know Sekuru, you're trying to get us into the right channel. Chief, so muda kubvunza chi?
No, ndikubvunza tichitozosera kwatofanira kunge tiri. Manzwa Dr. Chatonda, manzwa Charity achitaura pa Studio 7, acknowledging what happened in Bulawayo. And you also heard Dr. DJ Sodza, DJ Muchaita Doctor. This is the second time I have called you Doctor. But what DJ Sodza a statement here about one of the commissioners of police, also acknowledging that what happened in Bulawayo, that the police officers were voting, is not anything out of the ordinary. According to Section 72, they are supposed to do that. The commissioner actually, said it was true. But what I said was, even though it was true, what was wrong was the process, was how everything was done. That they are not supposed to be voting in a police station. They are supposed to be voting in a polling station where polling agents are there, where ZEC officials are there. All those people were not there. So to me, I don't understand. I don't know how much evidence you want when your police officers, your commissioners, two of them, they've all acknowledged what happened in Bulawayo. ZEC doesn't know. We don't know whether they didn't know or whether they knew, but we know for a fact, because of those two important statements, that the police officers were voting, which is not against the law, but the way they were doing it.
Yeah, but even the way they were doing it, because then we go to Section 75 of the Electoral Act, and it says, a person to whom a postal ballot has been sent shall, not will or may, but shall, A, signifies the candidate for whom he or she wishes to vote for by secretly placing on the ballot paper a cross in accordance with Section 57C2, and then place the marked ballot paper in the unmarked envelope referred to in Section 74(1)(g, effectively close that envelope and then place it in the envelope marked ballot paper envelope and effectively close that envelope. And
but Sekuru, this was being done in front of leadership.
Rosie, I am reading the law. I am not.
No, I understand you're reading the law, but I am also explaining that it was not done according to the law that you're reading.
This is.
This was not. No one knew that voting was taking place today. No one knew it had even started.
No.
Okay, number one. Let me just say that there was these people were voting at a confined place that was not even approved as a balloting station or polling station, and they were voting under the watch of their bosses. So there was nothing transparent or legally within the framework of the law you're speaking of.
The question that I'm going to ask you is, did these people receive ballot papers, postal ballots? Because that is the crux of the matter.
We don't know, because everything is being done secretly.
No.
Even Zach is saying they were not aware of what was going on.
Rose,
if they received ballot papers, Sekuru, and Zach is saying they don't know about this voting or how it was taking place or how these ballot papers were received. If Zach, the people, the commission, legally who's supposed to be in charge of running the election, is openly saying they don't know what's going on.
Does that surprise you?
Yeah, but then how can you say this is within the framework of the law?
Because
you can't speak of the law and then contradict it.
Because the ballot paper.
You cannot.
Oh, okay.
But
Rosie.
you can't speak of the law here, Sekuru.
Okay, so Rosie.
How it was being done is not according to the law.
Rosie, can I speak to you for a second? Can I speak to you for a second? Now, what I need is, when I know your point, you're saying that Zek has come out and say that, look, we don't know anything about that. Now, let Sekuru explain as well, so that we can have dialogue.
Okay, he can explain because I was listening to. He read the law, and I was listening, and it's not matching. It's not matching. I'm actually shocked. Sekuru, who knows the law that well, is actually saying this.
I actually am trying to help you to understand that.
So you're saying what happened today was what was supposed to
can you just let Sekuru say for a minute?
Please let Sekuru finish so that we can see where Sekuru is going to.
Go ahead, Sekuru.
The issue about postal ballots, which Peve said they are not postal ballots. I don't care what he calls them. But in the act, they are called postal ballots.
Mm-hmm.
The issue
special voting. It's special voting. They are postal votes, postal ballot, but those are only for people who are outside the country.
No, that's not correct either.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm talking of my experience in them being in the process. This is not the first time elections.
Can Sekuru finish what he's saying, please, so that we know where he's going?
If your experience has been...
Go ahead, Sekuru.
The law says a person who may vote by post, it says where an election is to be held in a constituency, a person who is registered as a voter on the roll for that position shall be entitled to vote by post in terms of this part if on the polling days in the election he or she will be A, on duty as a member of the disciplinary force or as an electoral officer, or B.
Okay.
Hang on. Or B, on duty in the service of the government outside Zimbabwe, or C, outside Zimbabwe as the spouse of a person referred to in paragraph B, and is so unable to vote at a polling station in the constituency. Now let's clear this now. The police discipline.
Can I ask Sekuru?
No, hold on.
I just want to ask a question before I forget. He just said that, so in all of this, I'm trying to understand, there were police officers also registering who were not even on the voters roll. There was no voters roll. Some of them were not even on the voters roll. So we're still saying this is legally correct. Because they're special. I'm trying to understand, they're special, so they have special circumstances. So there's ways around that law.
No, Rose, let me say this. I don't know if there was any police who was not on the voters roll who was there present today.
It was reported that there were people who voted who were not on the voters roll.
No, I know it has been reported.
Sekuru, can I just help you there? Rosie?
Yeah.
From my seeing the video as well, I may have seen a different video, but it looked like they were in envelopes, which would suggest this was a postal vote. So in other words, they were the postal votes that should have been given to the individual. They didn't have to vote there, but they were asked to vote in the...
Yes, they were asked to vote in front of their boss.
Yeah,
if it was postal, if it was postal, they could have taken it home and dropped it off somewhere.
Exactly, but I think from what we're talking about now, I'll agree with what Sekuru is saying. This doesn't look like it was one of those special votes. It was a postal vote, so there was no need for ZEC to be there or the election agencies to be there. But it should have been each individual, even if it got in through the main office. Each individual should have been given his postal ballot and then take it.
So
won't enforce it. That is what should have happened.
So that should have been what should have happened within the law. So we've established there was definitely something that was not right being done within the law.
Okay. You haven't established anything.
Oh yes, we've established it. You mean voting before your boss?
No, hang on.
No, because that's what you're saying right now. Because that's what was happening.
I am not saying anything, Rose. I'm reading you the act.
I understand the law, but I also understand if you're going to tell me this was a postal ballot, then let's really go back to the letter of the law. If you really believe in the law that seriously, then let's take everything that occurred into account and establish if it was lawful. Because we can't take what we want from the law and excuse what we don't want.
No, so what?
Sekuru hasn't finished his argument.
No,
please can Sekuru finish his argument?
What Sekuru said. Sekuru said it was a postal ballot. There was nothing illegal about them picking up a postal ballot and dropping it off. My question is, this was not a postal ballot that was picked up. This was a postal ballot that was being cast in front of their boss. So was that legal?
Do you know why?
That doesn't sound legal to me.
Do you know why people go to court and lose cases? Because they go the emotional route.
I am not being emotional about this, Sekuru, because you just said it was a postal ballot.
No.
Right. Okay, guys. Right, guys. Okay, guys. Rosie.
There's nothing emotional about that.
Right. Okay. Right. Sekuru, please explain to us a little bit what you want to explain to us and finish it.
You know, there is absolutely nothing wrong.
Done in private.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with the police officers on duty being given these postal votes according to the law.
Okay.
According to our politics, there is everything wrong with that system. That whole system is very wrong. Because if you remember, people in the diaspora have been crying for a similar vote, and they've been denied the same facility. So there is conflict in there. Now,
I got the
Rosie.
What part of the posting
Rosie
happened here?
Okay.
Because I didn't see it being posted or being done properly. Because
Rosie.
it's also the other part of the law.
Rosie, can I speak to you? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Rosie, can I speak to you for a second? Hello?
I'm here.
Yes. I just want you to just hold on for a second. Just hold on. I want to speak to Sekuru. I want to hear what Sekuru is going to say. Even if it takes 10 minutes, just to hold on for me for a minute. Because otherwise, I might have to cut you for a minute there. I need to hear what Sekuru has to say. I'm really sorry about it. I need to hear.
He can speak. I'm just shocked that we can take part of the. This is the problem I have.
No. Hang on a second.
Yes. Dismiss the rest.
Yes. Hang on a second. What I want you to do me a favor. Get yourself a pen and a paper. And if you've got any query with what Sekuru is going to say, write it down. Don't interrupt him. And I'm going to give you a chance to respond to that. Because then if you interrupt Sekuru there, I might have to cut you off there for a second. Sekuru, can you finish what you're trying to explain to us, please?
The issue about postal ballots is when you receive it, it's directed at you because you've applied for it. What you do with it thereafter is specified in Section 75 of the Act. The Act says in Section 75, when you receive that vote, you signify by marking on that ballot paper. And you then place that in the voting envelope. When you have placed that in the voting envelope, you put it in another envelope again, which you seal yourself. So, where it is to be done is neither here nor there. It's not specified in the Act. So if people were caught doing this in an army barracks or in a police camp, and the people say it's wrong, I say it is wrong because it's a public place. This is a secret ballot that you are sent to yourself personally, and you should mark it in private, in your private precincts, and then place it in an envelope and they return it to the returning officer. in the case of the police or the disciplined forces, there is a specific requirement that they send it back through their commanding officer. Now, if this is what has happened, which I believe is what has happened, while I've got misgivings about the system itself, I cannot fault what has happened, because what I'm faulting is the attempt to say that the ballot papers have not been dispatched. I think they have been dispatched. What I'm not going to agree with is that there is no ballot paper that has been printed. I think the ballot papers have long been printed and they are ready.
DJ Sodza, can I just
yes,
2018?
No. I want to be fair. I asked Rosie there to let Sekuru finish, so that if she's got any question about that or anything to say, then she can. Now, Rosie, you've heard what Sekuru has had to say there. Are you in agreement? Rosie, are you there? Right, okay. And so what do I end up with? All right, what the pinderation you mutaura shamam doctor?
Yeah, what I wanted to say.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, she's back, I think.
Right. Did you hear what Sekuru has said?
Yes, I heard what Sekuru has said.
And you don't agree with that?
No, I don't agree with him. First of all, Zach said they were still printing ballots.
Okay. All right, so you don't agree with that?
They were not even aware that there was some uniformity of come, drop off your envelope, vote in front of your boss. Because still, no matter what Sekuru says about, or in the law, it says they can do A, B, C, and C, and D. Your vote is still something private that you're supposed to do privately, not in front of your boss.
So you didn't hear me say that?
No. You said that the boss can pick it up. They can pick it up and submit them. These people were voting in front of their boss. There's a difference.
Did you hear
There's a big difference.
Did you hear me talk about Section 75?
Yes, I heard you, Sekuru. You said
What
that
did I
under
say?
the law.
What did I say?
You said, Sekuru, you said under the law, they're allowed to vote, and their boss is supposed to can pick up the ballots or whatever, take them to where they're supposed to go. They can drop them off with their boss. There's a difference. Dropping off an envelope is different from voting in front of your boss.
I don't know whether everybody else got that understanding from what I said.
Right, Sekuru. Hold on.
So what were you saying? Are you saying that in the section you're saying they're allowed to put an X in front of their boss?
Okay, guys. Okay, guys. I tell you what. The judge is the listeners that are listening there. But I really need to go on now. Hold on, please. Rafi, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to reflect. In 2013, there was a precedent that was set, and this is the law. There was what we call the special vote, and the special voting comes by July 15, and the vote Yangari July 31. The special vote Yangari Sodza and Purisa, those who are going to be posted away from their constituencies. They were designated on a specific polling station. My polling station, special vote, Akatet announced, and they were announced the polling station given to the opposition, because ISIS opposition were also there at the polling station to monitor Mapurisa, to monitor civil services who were going to be posted. So that is the process. And this is why ZEC is now saying they were not aware, because they are not supposed to be doing that.
Okay. So thank you. No, I'll come to you guys. Open up an chief social. Not everyone. I tell listen that Rose wataura Sekuru wataura wapepo wataura. Open up an chief social.
Yes, DJ. Muna diburiza munyaya tanga chitaura ndi wapepe. Now we are talking about the postal votes and special votes and what was happening. The issue we were discussing was what happened in Bulawayo. Now we need authorities. And there's nothing wrong with you, what you did. No, I'm not blaming you, but Dima put it on your and they would dangar my post of votes, they can dangar my special votes. Kind of do what kind of votes were they? Dima
No, I never questioned that. I never questioned that.
Aiwa, matouya mukatodzoka mukatotaura nyaya yemaspecial votes nenyaya yemapost of votes.
Aiwa, I always said special votes. Ndagara ndikitaura nyaya yemaspecial votes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Just contribute. Don't mix things. Just contribute what you want to say.
No. That's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong that you did. All I'm saying is this is not what we're discussing. What we're discussing was what happened in Bulawayo, and I thought we were going to stick to that discussion. And I was following this discussion. And my understanding of the postal vote is it is supposed to be for the people who are outside the country who cannot be in Zimbabwe to vote. I don't know if it applies to the police officers, to the people who will not be on duty. In my understanding, those are what we call special votes. And if these, according to that video and according to the people in Zimbabwe, if these were being called postal votes, then that's something that I would need someone who really understands what's happening to explain. Because according to the reports and according to the law and according to the way I understand it, postal votes are supposed to be for the people who are outside the country. And anyway, if we go back now, I know Sekuru is saying what he's saying now because of the issue now of trying to, dissect whether what these police officers were doing, was it special vote or was it a postal vote? Because there now, we need someone who really understands what was happening. In my understanding, and according to the reports that I read, and according to the people that I talked to, the reporters, the people in ZEG, and also the statements that are coming from the relevant people meaning the people in ZEG. We have had a statement from Slekwana, the chief election officer of ZEG. He denied everything that was going on. So whether it's special vote or it's a postal vote, special vote, it has been denied. ZEC has denied knowledge of that. And on the other hand, we have two senior police officers agreeing that there was something that was going on. So in my own understanding, this should be the crux of the matter. This should be where we should be, arguing and fighting and, discussing and then trying to find out exactly what we are having in Zimbabwe. Are we having a real election or we are having a sham election? Where we have people voting and the people who are supposed to be in charge of that election don't know what the hell is happening. That is if they're telling us the truth. And yet the police know what is happening. So I just wanted us to go back to that.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Yeah. What I want to do is I want to go pana Mkoma Mark. Mkoma Mark, can you tell us your concluding words on this issue that has been happening? Well, that is taking place in Bulawayo this afternoon.
Well, the concluding word for me is really you can't polish a turd. If there was something wrong done, it needs to be investigated. I agree with Chief Shoshe there. But Chief Shoshe is making a bunch of assumptions which are incorrect. We don't know if there is communication between police and ZEC at the time of voting or the time of posting those postal votes. So to me, there are many issues here that really need to be ironed out. I can't make a ruling whether it's correct or incorrect. So, I just think that my final word, just telling from the way we talk about this subject, remember, we are Zimbabweans first, all of us, everyone, MDC, ZANU PF, ZPP is welcome to my house and we'll eat, drink and laugh. There is no putting emotions that go beyond, overboard. We are not enemies, right? So all I can say, if there's something wrong going on, we all need to hold our hands together and get to the root of it. Because we can't have a country that we ourselves are not even sure. I mean, how would you love to be an MP who's always looking behind your back? Or was I voted by my constituency, or was I forced in? So, and the other thing I want to tell people is, how many policemen do we have? Let's assume that every policeman there was rigged in a way that they were told, if you don't vote ZANU-PF, you will lose your job. And they all voted ZANU-PF. Would that tilt the elections really? I mean, how much percentage of people is that? So let's work together, because you know, it's not. I'm not going to support ZANU for things that don't make sense, but I support ZANU or MDC for arguments that seem to me like they have some meat on them.
Right.
So I'm very happy that we are able to raise our emotions and come back, but I do wish that we could really put a little more humanity into our discussion.
Aiwa, thank you so much. Those are very wise words, Mkoma Mark. Thank you for that. Mkoma Wilbert, maybe your concluding words?
Personally, from the video I have seen, I honestly think this looks like it was postal ballots. And postal ballots, you don't have to have ZEC people there or the election agencies there. And yes, maybe they shouldn't have voted within the police station itself, but they could have done it as well. If they came in together as a whole bunch of them, and the police officer, the commander there said, well, those are your postal ballots. Those who want to vote, you can vote and put them in that envelope, and I'll make sure that they're delivered. I don't see anything wrong. And I think sometimes we lose sight of the real problems we have in Zimbabwe with this election by maybe concentrating on something like this. And then it turns out it was completely innocent. Because I believe the real rigging is being done by the failure to produce a clean, verifiable voters roll. Because once you don't have a voters roll that you can rely on, that people can refer to, that people can cross-check with, you are open to rigging in a big way. Because you can have people being bussed in to various polling stations and voting countless times. The other thing that I have noticed, which some of you also seen, is some of the polling stations have got as few as less than 100 people, and some even have got 7 people. How can you say it's a secret ballot when there are 7 people? Because surely, when you count them, if 7 of them voted MDC, then you know who are on that polling station, who are on that voters roll. Because remember, this time people are always on one polling station, not like in the past, where if you're in a constituency, your name will be in every polling station in that constituency. This time it's one polling station, one voter, one polling station. And I really like to take exception to our friend Mark there. We have already said here that ZEC is legally obliged to produce a clean, verifiable voters roll. It's supposed to do it a month before nomination day. They haven't done it. So if you're keeping on, if you're going to have a meaningful discussion, you've got to acknowledge some of those serious shortcomings and stop trying to say, oh no, those things are okay, and I want more evidence about this. I want more evidence about that.
Did I say that was okay? What you are exactly speaking to? Did I say that was okay? You're taking words out of my mouth. I never said anything like that.
Yeah, but you keep on saying with this election you want it to be a clean. It is already not clean. If you don't have a clean voters roll, how can you say you've got a clean election?
Yeah, because to me, a clean voters roll maybe means something different than you. Because a voters roll to me doesn't vote. What votes are people?
Okay.
Mark, the law says you are supposed for nomination day at the latest, and this time Zach did not do so. Surely that is important. I mean, how can they say that is not important anymore? Why is it in the law then?
Okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, I think we'll move on. Sally. Sally, are you there?
Yes, DJ. Yes, I'm here. I was just having a problem unmuting my mic.
Yeah, just a few words from you to conclude, please, Sally.
The first and the most important thing that I'm going to say tonight is, Mark, I really apologize for upsetting you. I had a very poor choice of words. I didn't use them intentionally to upset you. It's just general speech. Okay? I am really sorry. I will be much more thoughtful next time. So
Sally, I wasn't upset at all. I was probably just raising my voice so I could be heard. It's very hard. Ask Chief Shosha, it's very hard to upset me.
No, look, I don't care who you are, okay? I really don't. I don't fight personally. I don't aim anything at anybody. I will tell you straight to your face if I have a problem.
I understand that.
ZANU-PF and me, look, I would give my last dollar to be able to sit down with Robert Mugabe and talk to him. Just talk. I am the most neutral person out in that sense, okay? I don't attack a person. You can be ZANU-PF, you can be ZANU-PF through and through. It's what you say that I will disagree or agree with, not who you are or what you are. That is my way. I am really sorry if what I said.
Point taken, but no need to be that sorry, because seriously,
it upsets me when I upset somebody like that unintentionally, because I didn't mean to do it. You understand? So it makes me feel bad. Okay, it really does. Okay. And you can ask anybody. That's how I am.
All right.
Okay. I'm emotional. Okay. Yeah. This ballot thing and the coppers and all that kind of business. I have always, and this is me speaking from my street knowledge, okay? I have always known and believed that the police services and the army services and Air Force and whoever is on duty, I think in some provisions, the medical services as well, have postal votes. I've never known them to have special votes. I don't even know what special votes are. And also, like old age pensioners that are unable to get to a polling station, people that are disabilitated in some way and can't get to a voting station, I've known them to have postal votes. Okay? So, to me, what the cops were doing was postal votes. I don't understand what the guy that was filming it was trying to do. He was doing it in front of a policeman who never stopped him from doing it. Okay? So I don't understand the performance. I really don't. It sort of knocked me square. Look, what Sekuru said, okay, I then realized kind of where people were trying to come from. But I'm sitting on the fence. I have no idea.
Okay, Sally, thank you so much. Regarding some of the messages that have been coming from people, Mkoma Benford wrote to me a couple of messages here. Kwanziko Sekuru, you are an honorable man. Tell them the truth. The problem is our constitution. No law was broken today in Bulawayo, and the MDC know they can challenge this as many times as they want, and they will lose because they have no legal base for it. And then on Wilbert is making a lot of sense finally on this issue. There is no issue in this Bulawayo video. Right, let me go ahead and read some of the WhatsApp messages, a couple of them that has come through, if I can find them quickly. This one is saying, on the whole, it appears the postal vote is being used in the wrong manner to disadvantage other political parties. That's my friend there in America. This one is saying that, hi DJ Sodza, here is my contribution. When we comment on the legality of this so-called police station voting, we need to check all clauses that cover these so-called postal votes or special votes and only comment thereafter. We should not quote one section on clauses without references to other sections and then conclude on the legality of what we saw in Bulawayo today. Right, once everything was done illegally, no proper channels followed. This is Warku. Right, okay. Mamacha, they just, yeah, Mamacha shouting. Right.
Can I quickly just add something I forgot? Just it take me -2 seconds.
Okay.
If Zach didn't know that the police had ballots, there I have a problem. Or
Okay.
Zach, however you say it, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There I have a problem. So what were the police doing voting if Zach didn't know that they had papers? That's something to be looked into.
Do you know the reason why? I'll go back to what I've said earlier on. Kuti, the law was actually amended in 2013. Ndopakatanga nyaye special vote. So you've got these police officers and civil servants. They would vote earlier at a designated polling station, which is to be announced, and the opposition parties, the contester, will be there. This is why ZEG realized that they cannot honor that, because they can't do that. Then that becomes illegal. Only very outside the country, to my embassies, do want to put my envelope, whereby whatever officials out there would be overseeing them. Those who are in the country, they will get the envelopes, but at a designated polling station.
But then, Fefe, how does, if you are on duty,
Sorry?
if you are on duty,
That's why
how are you going to get to the polling station?
No, what they do is these people they do this voting earlier, say 2 weeks before. That's fine. Now those who are on duty, as you have said, once they actually relieve, once these ones vote earlier, they then go to relieve others. Those who are unable to vote on that day, they will then vote with the others, say on the 30th of July. That's actually what happened in 2013. Because there were some who didn't manage to vote because they were on duty. Those then voted because they will be crossed anyway. Those who had voted, they are supposed to be crossed.
Okay,
right?
Please hold on, guys. I think we might go in circles here. I suspect we might be here for another 10 hours, but really we can't. We cannot. And this is what Sekuru, you've been wanting to put something across very briefly, please.
Very briefly, the law that I'm reading is amended up to 28 May 2018. So there can be no mistake that I'm reading something that is not in the law at the present moment.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, when was it amended?
2018?
28 May 2018.
2018.
Yes.
Yes. Maona Seguru. Amendment yakaitwa through where isina kuita proclaimed. Year 2018. Amendment by the army, by the junta.
No.
Hang on. Let's be. Okay. Let's not argue further.
Let me give you the website. It's www.
Don't worry about that, Seguru. Ininavi taken part in the process, Seguru. You know that.
But
Can I just
I've
read
taken
what
part
just
in the
said?
process. What I'm telling you is what is within, and there were rules and procedures, that copies that we were given.
Okay, can I just read what Zach just said?
Okay.
The statement that Zach just said.
Mm.
Zach has advised that they have received 7,200 applications for postal voting were submitted. It has also stated correctly that these applications will be processed. So they're not processed yet.
Yes.
Okay, so this is why Zach is saying they don't know anything about this.
True.
This is the statement from Zach. They're saying they have received 72,000 applications for postal voting, which were submitted. It has also stated correctly that these applications will be processed, and any that do not comply with the law, such as where the person is not registered, will be excluded. So they have not processed. They're still processing.
Well, they have to allocate the station.
Yes, this is
but what do you call processing?
Zach is.
What do you call processing?
Yeah, they haven't processed and given the ballots out. They're still processing people.
That's not what it means.
No, they allocated them. They allocated them to a station. They are allocated to a polling station. Right?
Processing means it's in the process of being completed. Come on. You are
This is the process of issuing the ballots. They haven't finished.
That I agree with.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you something that I agree with Baby. In 2013, these special votes that he is talking about were done in the barracks, in the police camps.
No, Seguru. I can tell you, Chipadze primary school. They were there, Chipadze primary school. I was there I was the election agent, President Twangrai, when they were voting on the 15th of July.
I'm agreeing with you, they were done at Chipadze school.
Yes.
I'm agreeing with you that they were done at polling stations.
Yes.
I'm agreeing with you that some of the police officers were not in the army officers and the prison officers and the uniformed services were not able to vote on that particular day.
Yes.
And I'm agreeing with you that they were allowed to vote along with the general public. I agree with you.
Yes.
So there is no issue there. We are in agreement. You think I'm trying to justify a system?
Okay, guys. Right.
No.
Hold on. That to me,
we still want our conclusions.
Can I also add something? Can I just add something? Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so if this voting was being done in a military camp or anything else, the law prohibits the use of military barracks, police camps as polling stations.
Correct.
Okay. Now hold on, guys.
So in all of this.
Yeah, and this was okay. Chief Sose, you wanted the conclusion. That I'm going to play the data.
I want to go respond to the sheet when I told 1 minute young.
Okay, go ahead.
Na Wilbert na Dr. Chatonda. I think everyone, what we are saying, we're just going in here. I'll just stick to what I said in the first place. That what happened was not against the law. I mean, that according to Section 72, the police are supposed to vote. They're supposed to be given that special treatment because they won't be there on the day of voting. But like everyone is saying, what was wrong was them voting in a containment, which is against the law. They are supposed to be at a polling station where polling agents are, and where political parties are, and where ZEC election officers are, and I'll stick with that. And then coming to what Koma Wilbert said about the voters' roll, he's saying we are concentrating on minor things, and bigger things are happening, somewhere. And then Dr. Chatonda will bunch those two. Dr. Chatonda also said, what would 7,000 votes mean, really? Which means if ZANU-PF goes on to rig, it's just 7,000 votes. But what I will say to these two is, ZANU-PF uses a cocktail of methods to rig elections. They don't just use one method. They take everything that they can get. They get 10,000 votes there, then they have centurions there who are non-existent. They take 10,000 votes from them. They go that side, and then they make people, vote who are not supposed to be voting. 30,000 that side, 20,000 that side. It's a cocktail of methods that they use. So we cannot ignore, we cannot turn a blind eye to anything that is wrong. So are we saying now, if something is being done that was not right, we turn a blind eye to that simply because it's just 7,000 votes? Every vote counts. If everything else was done according to what Sekuru is saying, that's fine. But it will never be right if they are bosses. And I know, I can confirm, and I can bring people here on radio who confirm that those police officers were voting in front of their bosses. That alone disqualifies that vote. We can never sit here and say that was right.
Okay.
That part of the law that is being broken, we have to protest about it. If people have to go in the streets about that part, that minute part, let it be.
Right. Mukoma Bedford wanted to meet something that he wants me to read for you. I don't know the source of it. I can't news Zimbabwe. 12th of July 2018, which is today. The topic is saying postal voting starts. ZEC. Postal voting for the July 30 harmonized election is underway around the country as the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission ZEC has dispatched the ballot papers to all those eligible to vote under the system. The Electoral Board's acting chief election officer, Mr. Silaingwana, said yesterday. He said the absence of ZEC officials in places where postal voting are taking place are entirely constitutional. The Electoral Act states that postal voting is available to individuals and their spouses who are outside Zimbabwe on government businesses on polling day. Security and polling officers on duty on voting day are also eligible for postal voting. So they don't have to be outside the country for postal voting, as long as they are security and polling officers. Right? The postal vote process is underway, said Mr. Silaingwana. I'm going to bite my tongue after reading this. We have indeed dispatched some of the postal ballots not only to the police, but all those who are eligible, including those in foreign missions. Since we have already dispatched some of the postal votes, we are expecting them to be casting their votes wherever they are, and we are now waiting to receive back the postal votes so that we can take them to the respective polling stations. A ZEC schedule shows the postal vote ballot should be returned by July 16, 14 days before the polls as stipulated by the law. That's what Sekuru was saying earlier on. Mr. Silaingwana said people using postal vote also do so in secret. That's another crucial point there. It should be done in secret. MDC Alliance, Mr. Tendai Biti, rushed to convene a press conference after gathering that some members of the police who will be on duty on the polling day were voting in Bulawayo. Meanwhile, ZRP commander for this year's harmonized election, Senior Assistant Commissioner Erasmus Makoza allayed fears of vote rigging by police officers, saying only those on duty on voting day qualified for postal voting. The Zimbabwe Republic Police wishes to set the record straight and allay fears of vote rigging by police officers is claimed in some social media messages which are circulating. He says the correct position is that some police officers will be performing security duties in other provinces which are not their normal workstations. Thus, in terms of Section 72 of the Electoral Act, the concerned police officers will exercise their right to vote through a postal ballot system which is being administered by the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. He said provinces like Bulawayo and had access manpower. The access staff would be deployed in Matebeledo North Province. In fact, the total number of police officers who applied for the postal ballot does not go beyond 4,000. The rest of police officers who actually cast their ballots on 30th of July 2018 is earlier reviewed by the ZRP Command and ZEC in numerous meetings and workshops briefings. The whole process is conducted according to Section 75 of the Electoral Act, Chapter 213. And there you have it, Zimbabwe. 24 minutes after midnight, Kuno, United Kingdom. My thanks to those that have contributed, to the panelists, and also not forgetting you listeners out there. You make us proud by just listening out there. Thank you so much. Imemine Tosangana next week, same place, same time. Let's make a date. Please do take care of yourself and your loved ones. France will be lifting the trophy on Sunday, and Sekuru shall be giving me a can of beer. Kunokuma Studios. Is that right, Sekuru?
Ndizo chaizo mzukuru wangu edereka ndikuti mapurisa anga achifuta nhasi asi mapurisa ma youth brigade ezana.
Tatenda napi.
Madonzi gona nani. Zaneze ngeyo. Zaneze ngeyo. Saputa zari kamuti. Kuja ora kuti. Siyo ya adiroka yo mama mama vari perfect. Why mavani gadi apota. Ndakangona kama vani gadi nemari ngeti rangofanana ne. Akuru makuta pointa Bedford akatipa emakuta. Kana ndakuta.